Everybody, it's me, Avron Plays, and I'm here with KodiakBricks and SadCrispiBoi,
Ew.
and we're gonna play Resident Evil.
Which Resident Evil are you on?
Uh, the remake of Resident Evil 1.
Okay. I thought you were just gonna leave it at the remake, and I was gonna be like, that's real helpful. Real helpful.
Yeah, we're like 4 remakes deep at this point.
Technically, 0 would make it 5, wouldn't it?
0 isn't a remake.
It's not?
No, it's just a prequel. Sidequel? I guess it is a prequel. It takes place slightly before Resident Evil 1, I think. I actually...
Slightly before and a little during.
Yeah, I haven't played 0 in a couple of years, so you'll have to forgive me.
I believe it's called a squeakquel. Go to hell.
I'm gonna do to you what Square Enix did to Final Fantasy VII.
I need context.
I'm gonna riddle you with holes.
Plot holes?
It could be.
It's just like knowing my fucking luck. I'm gonna get through this whole YouTube career thing, right? And like it'll be going well for a while. And then I'm just gonna like out of fucking nowhere just Doug Walker myself.
As far as what?
I just like that's where my content creation goes. I just like start doing weird just like pseudo live action stuff where I'm making fun of ? Like certain properties, but like I refuse to learn anything about the given mediums that I'm making fun of.
As someone who many years ago was a big fan of the Nostalgia Critic, I would softly say that his whole gimmick is making fun of things because he doesn't seem to understand the concept of original comedy.
Well, I remember reading this rather infamous quote from him, which goes something to the effect of all comedy is derived from misery.
Yes, that is
and I'm like,
probably his most famous quote.
And I'm sitting here like, see, Doug, that's the problem. Is your like, that's not true. My evidence being that sitting through your content should be the funniest fucking thing on the planet if that's the case. Because god damn, it's a slog.
Yeah, I want to say I stopped watching around like 2013, 2014-ish, give or take.
You stuck around longer than I did.
Well, because Aaron showed him to me like, what, 2011, 2010?
Something like that.
And by that point, he already had a decently sizable backlog. So I was like, okay, I'll just go through the backlog. So it wasn't that I was necessarily watching his new content in 2013, 2014. It's that I was watching his old content in 2013, 2014.
Sure.
And then I kind of realized I kind of got tired of it and was like, I'm going to take a break and just watch it later.
Exactly.
And then,
like, what I realized after I started to, like, grow older is that he makes the same jokes over and over again. It's just the subject matter that changes.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
yeah, I think that's kind of initially why I got tired of him. And then I stopped watching him, and then I always told myself, oh, I'll go back and catch up someday. there'll be a nice backlog of
days.
videos to watch, right?
Yeah.
And then the next thing I know, you and Aaron are like, "Oh, he's a horrible human being," and I'm like, "What did I miss? It's only been
Yeah.
like 10 years."
Where is the time gone?
You think you know someone, and then you ignore them for 10 years, and they do something terrible.
And then they change on you, just up and out of nowhere.
Ironically, that is so many YouTubers for me. It was the same with like PewDiePie and Tobuscus. They just like pop up on my timeline for some reason, and I'm like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, I haven't thought about Tobuscus in Toby Turner. Yeah, I haven't thought about Toe Bucket. God damn it, Tobuscus.
No, Toe Bucket. It's Toe Bucket now.
Anyway, so I haven't thought about Toe Bucket in a hot minute. The other one that came to mind for me was fucking hell. What's his name? Shane Dawson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I was watching his stuff for a bit, like when he did the whole fucking Charles Entertainment Cheese like debacle, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. Like, there's maybe some merit to what he's saying.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
No further comment on that one. But no, all of that to say that, like, I don't know. I feel like one of these days I'm just gonna wake up and choose violence.
I thought you already
That's different from
did
a
that.
normal day?
Well, choose violence in the sense of, like, yeah, I'm gonna emulate Doug Walker, a person who is worth emulating. Was more the angle I was getting at.
Mm.
Nice.
Well, it's better than copying Angry Video Game Nerd, because that's never been done before.
That's literally never been done before. Not a once. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard.
Nintendo shit cube.
I fucking love that guy. I adore that gentleman.
Can't fucking get me. Duck and weave. I was gonna use this last shotgun bullet to get past him, and I didn't have to.
Because you jived, you juked, you bobbed, and you weaved.
I'm gonna bring the revolver to fight the spider. That I think will help.
Sure.
Brand new sentence.
Listen, as I covered in the last stream, shooting bugs is an American pastime.
You're not wrong.
I've played enough Helldivers 2 to fully agree with that statement.
Oh yeah, by the way, I did pick up Helldivers, so...
Why didn't you tell me we could have been playing?
Because I forgot.
Looking for any excuse not to finish Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Yeah, are you having a hard time?
So there's this cool thing called you can just turn off the game?
I spent $100 on it. I can't justify that.
Oh my... No, hold on, time out. You spent $100 US on a video game.
What if it was
I did buy like a collector's version with a bunch of stuff. Because I thought I would like it.
Gotcha.
But no, I technically okay.
Well-
So, like the game is $70, right? And then
Okay.
I also got like the art book. I got a hat. I got the
You
soundtrack.
got a fucking hat.
It is the cheapest hat you've ever seen.
I would
I don't-
imagine.
I've seen some
Like,
pretty cheap hats in my day.
Imagine a Wish trucker hat with a logo on it, and that's the hat I got.
Awesome. That's
And-
fantastic. No notes.
Like I said, I thought I would like the game, so I was like, you know what?
Sure.
It'll look nice next to my Final Fantasy VII Remake collector's version, because I bought the collector's version of that one too.
Yeah.
And I mostly liked that game. So it's like, even if I mostly like this one, I could, I'll put the time into it. I'll enjoy it. And I'm like, maybe a third into the game, and I'm like,
So, I don't know if you follow the same rule with video games that I follow. For anyone who
what the
doesn't
rule
know,
is?
the rule being, for every dollar that I spend on a game, there had better be an hour worth of stuff for me to do within that. Which is a lot of why I don't play AAA titles anymore. Because they want $60 to $70, but they don't offer 60 to 70 hours worth of stuff to do.
right.
So
To be fair-
as far as that metric, you've got 100 fucking hours you gotta sink into this to get your money's worth.
I've already put in 35 hours, and
Okay,
I'm roughly a
alright.
third of the way through the game. So if I
Sure.
do go through it and I do complete it, I will get my money's worth.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing, and this is the reason why I don't personally follow Dave's metric, although I think it can be a good thing to apply when you're considering something that you're not sure about.
Yeah.
Is the amount of hours of stuff doesn't necessarily matter if the hours that you spend are really good or really bad.
Totally.
There's got to be like a ratio, right?
Because, like, I don't remember how much Outer Wilds cost, but I doubt that I got that much out of the runtime of that game.
100%. No,
But I
there are
super like that
absolutely-
game.
Yeah, there are absolutely exceptions. I'm not saying it's a hard and fast rule.
I think there's like a ratio that for something like Outer Wilds, it's or like a lot of indie games, you're not generally going to get your full money's worth.
Totally.
Like most chill as art games are like $10 roughly, give or take, and we get maybe an hour's worth of hour to 2 hours worth of playtime out of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
But they're so wild and hilarious that I just have fun with it.
Plus, it's great stream content.
That too. I feel like there's a solid like ratio of like enjoyment, hours, and costs.
Sure.
So like, say I spend $70 on a brand new game because that's what they cost now for some reason.
Yeah.
And I get like, or let's take current Final Fantasy VII Rebirth out of it, right? And I just don't have a good time, but I get the hours out of it. It's not worth the money. But if I get, let's say, like, what's a modern game that's not very long that I had fun with, or didn't have fun with, or think was worth the cost? I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Because a lot of the games I do play are like big RPGs, where
Sure.
I can sink hundreds and hundreds of hours into it.
Yeah.
I guess like it kind of depends. Like if I spend $70 on a game and I get 40 hours of mid gameplay, it's not
Yeah.
worth it in my opinion. That's Assassin's Creed's a good like stand-in for that, because like they're not technically horrible games, but they're not good either. I've never viewed a full-price Assassin's Creed game as worth the cost, especially when in like 2 years it's going to be in the $10 bit.
Yeah.
The last one that I would have told you would be worth the full cost the year it came out would be Assassin's Creed 2.
That makes
Which was
sense.
a long time ago.
Yeah. The last one I remember really having a good time with was Revelations, the one just before 3.
Yeah.
I liked that one. I had a lot of fun with it. But I also didn't spend a penny on it.
Fair enough.
Because it was given to me for free.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I didn't have to hold it up to like a was this worth the cost kind of standard. It was just, oh yeah, here's this game for free. Sweet. I think I was given that one, and then I got Assassin's Creed 1 for like $8 at the time. And you know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh, well, I may as well just pick up the rest. AKA, I borrowed the rest from Aaron.
Simple as.
But no, I do think that's a general, like, good rule to, like, think about when playing a game. Like, just something to keep in the back of your mind of, like, how much fun am I actually having with this game? Is it worth the cost I spent on it?
Well, and again, kind of where I come to on it is, you know, I purchase a game, I put that, you know, $60 in or whatever. If I'm playing it and I'm not enjoying it, I will hold myself to that, you know, 60 whatever hours. But the moment I hit that benchmark, I put it down and I never touch it again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought Chris was gonna get rotated like an idiot.
I can do that. Uh-oh. Did I mess it up?
Oh fuck.
Nice.
There it is.
Oh, okay, no, it was just being overly specific.
Love that.
Did we learn nothing from Fallout 76? We might have learned nothing.
I didn't pick that one up, so can't talk on that one.
I
had a friend to
did.
buy it, and then the friend
Yeah.
brought it over for me to try it, and then I was like, this is not at all what I anticipated.
Yeah. I will say I got it at a discount, and yeah, I played what I paid for it, and haven't touched it since.
Yeah, me and Dave have talked a lot about Fallout 76 on stream before. So
I feel my thoughts on it are well documented.
It's hard for me because, like, I liked Fallout 3, I liked New Vegas,
Sure.
but I haven't really liked anything since then, which I know is kind of radical because a lot of people really like Fallout 4, but it's just not for me. Ain't my jam.
4 is okay.
Yeah. I liked the gameplay loop of 4.
Yep.
That is the end of things I liked about 4.
My problem with 4 is that was around the time that I started to get tired of the
Yeah.
Bethesda game. Because all Bethesda games generally play the same.
Yeah.
Like, they all have the same general kind of feel and loop, whether it be medieval fantasy or post-apocalyptic steampunk fantasy.
Sure.
You can add space to that too.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I didn't even try Starfield.
Starfield is
I
not
don't know.
good. I
I've
shouldn't
heard.
say that I haven't played it, but I've not heard anything nice about it. But
I
you're right, Ash. The pre-order was a shit show.
Mhm.
I watched a bit of a playthrough on Twitch, and I just realized that watching that playthrough, I was like, "Oh, this game is just not for me."
Mhm.
Like, I started to get uncanny valley with the character models, and I think that's been kind of one of my major problems with modern Bethesda games. Is from Fallout 4 onwards, they all have that same kind of look, and for some reason, it gives me uncanny valley, and so I
Yeah.
think that is what really kind of turned me off from the series.
I just think
Sure.
Bethesda is bad at making storylines for their games.
Which is also fair.
Oh, that too. I don't play like when I think about like going back to like Oblivion or Skyrim or Fallout 3 or New Vegas. I don't play them generally due to the story. I play them because the gameplay is fun.
Yeah.
But what happens when the gameplay is old and tired? You have a story that I don't care about.
Yeah. Spencer, I know Aaron and I have talked about this. I can't remember if I told you why I personally didn't pick up Starfield and have precisely and exactly no intentions to.
I don't believe I've heard the tale.
So, basically, here's what happened. Of the Fallouts, I do have to say that New Vegas is easily my favorite.
Right. I'm aware.
So I love New Vegas. I love the way it turned out. I love all the branching storylines. What Obsidian was able to do with that medium was incredible. And then, you know, they got shafted by Bethesda. I'm still salty about it. I will be likely forever. But generally speaking, they were like, fine, we'll go do our own thing. So they went off and made The Outer Worlds.
Which I
Now-
get that title confused with The Outer Wilds.
Yeah,
all the
you're
time.
not the only one.
You're not the only one. It is literally a talking point in my video. But The Outer Worlds, you know, I picked it up. I really enjoyed it. It was a really refreshing, like, narrative-driven first-person RPG. I
Right.
liked it. And I finished it. I beat it. I'd put in my requisite hours, the $sign limit slash, the price of entry was worth it for me. And I remember thinking to myself, this was good. It wasn't very memorable, though. Like,
Right.
some of my playthroughs through New Vegas, even, like, from my most recent ones to the ones I did with Austin back in high school, like, those stick in my mind, right? I still remember granular details about different adventures or the way that different quest lines went or how, like, different firefights played out and things like that.
Right.
And I couldn't really remember anything about my time in The Outer Worlds. But I was like, that's okay. I do want to give it another playthrough. I want to try, like, fixing the things I did wrong, or, like, trying a different gun style or build or whatnot.
Fair.
And, I put it down thinking, yeah, I'll come back to this. I have played it precisely once since, and it was to get footage for the aforementioned video. A roughly 10-second clip. And I thought about it as I was playing it to get that clip. I'm like, why didn't I come back and play this? And it occurred to me that I just wasn't motivated to. Like,
Right.
It was good, but it wasn't good enough to hold my attention. It wasn't good enough to pull me back into it. Whether that's I felt that I had explored enough in that, like, opening playthrough, that I felt the game didn't have any more secrets for me to uncover, or like I don't know, right? I have yet to go back and do another playthrough. But then the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I think there's just something about the Fallout mythos and that world that provides a lot of interesting, like, narrative-driven opportunities. I do have my issues with Fallout 3, but I can't argue that some of the quests that you can run across are pretty fun and memorable.
Right.
But I sort of look at it as like, that's the world. That's the world doing its thing.
Right.
And Fallout 4, what I like is exploring the world. I fucking hate the narrative. The narrative is dog shit. The whole reason I'm out there exploring sucks. But the act of ignoring Preston and just going and exploring the wasteland is a lot of fun.
Right.
It irreparably breaks the settlement system, as I found out around level 80, but turns out the game does not like when you skip the tutorial. But that's exactly what it made me think about, is how, Obsidian, a developer who I respect, went out of their way and made this space-themed, narrative-driven RPG, and I thought it was okay. And then Bethesda came out and were like, hey, we're gonna be making a first-person, narrative-driven, space-themed RPG. And I went, oh no. This wasn't a concept that I particularly enjoyed when it was done by someone that I respect. Like, what's gonna happen when it's done by someone whose narrative I fucking loathe?
No, that makes sense.
To make a long story less long, yeah, me thinks that, what Bethesda was trying to do was interesting. I just don't think they have the chops to actually pull it off.
No, I think they have to. I think they have to really do some introspection on what they want to do for their next game, because I think a lot of people are at this point where we're just tired of what Bethesda has to offer. You know, you can't keep giving us Skyrim again and again.
Right.
And I don't mean like literally, which they have done, but that's basically been the thing, is like trying to sell this concept of like the big world that they're trying to sell, and then we'll just ignore the like story aspect of it.
Yeah.
And I think they've been coasting on that for way too long, and it's bit them in the ass, because a lot of people who really loved the worlds that they made and or inherited, in the case of Fallout, kind of are upset with them a little bit for some things that they've done with them. And you know that you've done wrong when the people who explicitly want what you're selling are upset about what you're selling.
Sure.
Like, if you lose my business, that's one thing. I've come to realize that I want something different than what they usually offer.
I think it kind of comes down to
But
like one of my
those
big problems
people,
with those games is so like you think about the evolution from like a good example of like Fallout 3 to New Vegas, right? It's still the same game at heart. Like the notes are all still the same, right? Like the guns are still there, the setting is still there,
Yeah.
the Pit Boy, the bat system. It's just improved in a way that makes the game more enjoyable.
Sure.
And I feel like that's one of the main things that is kind of missing from this point, from like I would say honestly like Skyrim and New Vegas forward, is there was a clear change, and they did try to change things, and they did try to keep things fresh and updated, but they also tried to keep the majority the same. So like you still have the same VAT system, you still have all these systems that are the same, but it's just in a way that doesn't feel fresh or new. It just feels like, oh, this is just more of what we just have. And when you do that for over 10 years, it just takes its toll on the whole world, where people are just like, I'm just not as interested in this anymore.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've heard anyone really speak good on Starfield. I almost forgot the name of the game. Or anyone who does speak positively on Fallout 76 or Elder Scrolls Online are people that I know only play with friends.
Yeah.
Like, they don't play the game by themselves because it's not good enough to play by yourself.
Right.
And that's just kind of what I've noticed about the later like Elder Scrolls or Fallout games or any of their new IPs like Starfield, is that there's nothing inherently major that separates Starfield from this Fallout formula or this Skyrim formula that have been running for God knows how long at this point.
Millennia, yeah.
Over 10 years. Because like when Skyrim came out, it still wasn't that off. Like, they really kind of picked up that system with like Fallout 3 and probably, well, or Morrowind. Like Elder Scrolls had always kind of kept the same kind of like play style, but I feel like Morrowind and Oblivion is when they really started to be like, oh, we're gonna up this and make it more grandiose.
Sure.
And move from like a AA studio to a AAA studio.
Mhm.
And so, but that time frame, we're looking at a time frame of like, that was less than 10 years that we went through a massive jump in quality of game from them.
Yeah.
Versus it all just feels like Skyrim with a fresh coat of paint. And Skyrim's a game from 2011, and Skyrim feels like Oblivion but with a bunch of fixes, which is the game from 2005.
Well, I just wish that we could get a game like Morrowind today from them.
Yeah.
Right.
If only.
But I just think about it, especially in terms of like other games that are open world that have been running for just as long, that have a much better fan base. So like take Rockstar, for example. I feel like they're a good company to compare to, because Grand Theft Auto's been running since we were small children. But like you think about like the evolution from like Grand Theft Auto 2 to 3, you know, we go from top down to over the shoulder third person.
I wouldn't know. I've never played the Grand Theft Auto games.
Okay. Basically, yeah. Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2 are top-down isometric shooters
Mm-hmm.
In an open world, and then Grand Theft Auto 3 forward, it was an open world as the Grand Theft Auto as we all know. But with each game, they do something new to up the stakes to make the game better and more interesting. And that's why we haven't had a Grand Theft Auto game since Skyrim, and people still love Grand Theft Auto 5. And I just think that that's like an interesting, like those two realms are interesting to compare to, because effectively they've both done the same thing, but one has done it to much more success than the other.
Sure. No, I think you're right. I think that's... I don't know. And I recognize, too, that I think, especially after the whole recent quadruple A bullshit, I'm just kind of burned out.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Oh, have you not heard about that?
I must have been missing something. Refresh my memory. What quadruple A?
Let me pull up the game, because I can't even remember. Like, it's not even memorable enough to remember what. It's the newest like EA or Ubisoft pirate game.
Oh,
Like,
Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
Skull and Bones. Yes, Skull and.
They're considering
Bones.
that a quadruple A game.
That's what they
No,
said.
so the fucking CEO came out and was like, everyone, you need to know that this is a quadruple A game. And do you want to know how
Hubris of man.
swimmingly it's going for them?
Oh, I've heard not a good thing about that game. I've heard that it is absolutely horrible and has performed worse than like pretty much any other any other game or AAA game for being the first quadruple A game.
The first quadruple A game. So, you guys know that, like, typically to convey success, developers will share, like, player numbers, copies sold, these sorts of things. Do you want to take a stab at which metric these chuckle fucks have chosen for the sole purpose of communicating how successful their quadruple A experience is?
I'm all ears.
It has an average daily playtime of 4 hours.
Yikes.
Which is not even that long.
So not only is that not even that long, but the part they neglect to mention when talking about that is that currently available right this second is a fucking like 8-hour demo that you can play to figure out if it's a game that you actually want to buy.
8 hour?
8-hour, yeah, like free trial that you can try out and use that to determine. Yeah,
I'm
otherwise, we
mentally
have
processing the fact that it's
no-
doing so poorly that they put out
Uh-huh.
the first 8 hours of the game to try to garner interest from people.
for free, which is the first time Ubisoft has ever done that.
That's the first time anyone has ever done that. I've never heard of a game having an 8-hour free demo. That is unheard of.
So, which tells me, right, there may be some players that are out there. Let's say there are 10 players, because this is the thing I love about averages, is it does not tell you what the extremes are. Now, let's say you have 10 people, and 5 of them played the full 8 hours, right? They've played the full 8 hours. Maybe they're still on the fence on whether or not this is a game they want to buy. The other 5 played it for 1 to 2 minutes, an hour at most, and were like, Yeah, no thanks. Which, yeah, those, like, it would give you a median average of around 4 hours. That's still only 10 people that played your game.
Or even just
Yeah.
one person playing it 4 hours a day.
Those
Oh boy.
those stats are meaningless for what they're trying to use them for, and they're not
Yes.
even that impressive for what they
Wait, you
can
said
be
this-
used for.
This is a Ubisoft game, right?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
When are they going to stop chasing the Assassin's Creed Black Flag hype?
when
When is
That's
that
what
gonna
people...
when it stops
That's what people
working.
keep... Right. But that's what people keep complaining about, is that Skull and Bones apparently is nothing like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which, from my understanding, is a pirate game that people actually like.
Yes, and people like that game more as a pirate game than an Assassin's Creed game.
Right. What people thought Skull and Bones was gonna be is Assassin's Creed Black Flag without the Assassin's Creed bullshit. And it turns out that in stripping out the Assassin's Creed bullshit, I guess they pulled out everything else that made it fun, which I find remarkable. Right? Like, imagine I was going to extract a bullet from, like, one of my buddies, and I just accidentally rip one of his lungs out. Just like, fucking whoopsie. But yeah, the CEO of Ubisoft, who I will not be naming, mostly because I can't be fucking asked to remember, came out and declared that Skull and Bones was a quadruple A title.
That took some balls.
Which,
I gotta hand it to him.
what even is a triple A game that you can say that you're better than that, so you're a quadruple A game? Like, I know what the term is used to indicate, but, like,
Sure.
has it ever been defined?
Here's my problem. I haven't played Skull and Bones. Do I think it's actually that bad and or better than most AAA games on offer? Probably. It's worth mentioning that the bar is in hell when it comes to AAA schlock that we've just been hammered with over the past few years.
I'm just... Like, you want to be the first company to ever put out... No, go lay down. You want to be the first company to ever put out a game that you're going to be touting is the next greatest thing since sliced bread, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're putting out a game that you want to tout has such high quality that will overshadow everything else currently available in the industry. You're going to be better than any Final Fantasy, than any Grand Theft Auto, than any Red Dead Redemptions, than any God of War, Spider-Man. You're saying all these games at the Game Awards that everyone absolutely adores? No. Fuck that.
Guys,
Any game that came out beforehand that defined a AAA game? No. It's going to be better than that. You have to come out with definably probably one of the greatest games ever made to say something like that.
Right.
Like, when you're going to be out there and be like, oh, this is the very first quadruple A game ever. Like, it's got to put everything Hideo Kojima has done to shame. Right? Like, this has to be like a cinematic experience that bests even the Oscars.
guys, it's just occurring to me that this is fucking Anthem just all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Except for cheaper, because it probably won't brick your computer or Xbox.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that happened. Aw. Yeet!
See, storefronts just want to tell you that Anthem only cost you $60 at launch. No, it didn't. It cost you like $400 at launch because you had to buy a new console.
I like how Wesker stayed just long enough to watch us push over those boulders, and then he's just like, "See ya, Chris."
Well,
You know, your typical Resident Evil shenanigans, Kristen Boulders.
Fair enough.
yeah.
Has Wesker been around every single time Chris has done something with a boulder at this point now?
Guess. Well, no, he got chased by that one, like, boulder in the hallway, and unless Wesker was the one who pushed the giant boulder towards
That's
Chris, then no.
Which
That
is
has retired. New game theory.
New game theory. Fucking Christ.
don't even get me started.
Don't even.
You want to get me started till you fuck my wife? Are you the one who fuck my wife?
You fuck my wife?
You wouldn't get me started.
Right
till you fuck
here.
my wife.
Hi. I haven't showed you that Game Grumps bit, have I?
No.
Cool. Is this a part where I tell you that's a Game Grumps bit?
Is this the part where I tell you I knew it was bit?
Okay. But did you know it was a Game Grumps bit?
No.
Cool. Because now you got me started.
Local bear gets started. This just in, folks. Local bear gets started. And we spoke with the bear for a brief interview. All he had to say was, "You didn't get me started, so you fucking white."
Did you get me
More on
started?
the 5 o'clock news.
Oh. Good times. So yeah, the triple and I guess now quadruple A developer sphere is just actively in flames and has been for the better part of a decade.
I'm gonna stand with my statement that I said a while ago. Is that I've generally noticed that indie games lately have been just better in every way, shape, or form than
Well,
most
when
AAA titled games.
when you have to put so much money into something, you can't afford to take risks. And it
Right.
turns out risks are actually what make games fun.
Sure.
Exactly. Like Power Wash Simulator. That's
Yeah.
it's owned by Square Enix now, but at the time it was an indie game.
Yeah.
And I think that's like a good, like it's such an interesting like trend of games to look at. Is you've got these giant studios pouring millions and millions of dollars into games that come out to absolute hot dog water,
Yeah.
and just generally not good games.
Well, see, I don't think that it's all shit. But this is why I
Sure.
don't pre-order games, and this is why I don't buy games when they come out. I wait for everyone to tell me what is good,
I
and
wait
then
for
I
the
do it
idiots
then.
to do that first, then
Yeah.
I invest. I hear you.
I get you, I do. And like generally I will only pre-order a game if it's usually like a sequel to something that I've been looking forward to.
Sure.
Like the last two games I pre-ordered were Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And I easily put 100 hours into Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth because I love the series.
Sure.
And I was hoping Rebirth would be more like remake, and it wasn't, and that's why I was not happy with it.
Is it a gameplay thing or a story thing with Rebirth? I don't
Both.
want to get like deep into it.
I'm not going to get too deep into it because
We can-
it
yeah.
will literally consume your whole stream.
Yeah, we can
If
talk about
I'm to
that
talk
later
about-
off stream.
Right.
Sure.
If I'm to talk about everything about the game I dislike, we will be here all day. but it's a bit of both. The game they've changed a lot of the gameplay, and it's very buggy and glitchy. I've had several crashes and gameplay breaks, and I'm holding it up to its own standard of remake. So I don't feel like I'm being particularly harsh with it because I'm only comparing it to the previous entry. And I had, when it comes solely to gameplay, I had a lot more fun with remake than I did rebirth. And story-wise, it just
that was
makes
my
a lot of choices I disagree with.
that was my general thing with Final Fantasy VII Remake was I really liked the gameplay. I really liked the direction that was going, but I was iffy on some of the story changes from the original, which I obviously won't spoil for people on stream. And it would take forever to get into anyway. But so it genuinely frustrates me that you've come with the sauce on Rebirth and the gameplay is not as good as it was.
Right. And, like, because here's the thing. On one hand, I legit am not having a fun time with it. I'm not enjoying it. But on the other hand, like, I also can objectively stand back and be like, there are things that I personally am not going to like that other people may enjoy. And, like, that's what I've noticed from, like, the internet in general is that some people have enjoyed the game. And some people really haven't enjoyed it. So it's kind of hard for me to, like, sit here and be like, oh, you'll hate it. Because I can't guarantee you'll hate it. But I also don't have
I don't super have a horse in this race because I don't have a PS5.
Right. But personally, there's just a lot of story beats, or a lot of moments in the story that I feel are causing more problems than they're solving. Then there are certain things that are done in a certain order that, from my perspective as a fan of the old, just make no sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And I feel as though it fills the story with more plot holes than they said they were going to fix. Like, I will give them credit, there are some moments where they do try to fix some of the plot holes from the PS1 game, which, kudos. All good to them. You know what I mean? If they want to take some moments that they felt, you know, and try to spice it up and make it a little bit better and change some things, by all means, go for it. I just feel like they're taking people's prior knowledge of the game and they're twisting it to a degree that it no longer makes sense. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I would counsel you to reserve like complete judgment on that until the game is over.
Right.
Because they might tie it up somehow by the end. Although I don't know the context, so
for them to resolve the plot hole, one of the plot holes that I have a lot of problems with, for them to resolve that, they would effectively have to change the entire narrative of the world. Like, they're trying to change the whole world building narrative of the game and change what it, like, I'm trying to think of a way to explain it without spoiling anything, because I legit don't want to spoil anything. Sure. But basically, they've taken this story aspect, this, like, rule of nature, is a good way to put it. They've taken a rule of nature, and they've changed it. And it's to a degree that they would have to change so much about the world that has been built previously for it to make sense. Like, everything about which also doesn't really work when we went and saw Advent Children. them saying that the remake and rebirth are more of a sequel rather than a remaking of the entire series.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, it violates some of the world rules that it had established. And when you claim something is a sequel, they've kind of tied themselves down to the definition of like, this is the established world, these are the rules, this is how the world works. So when you change those things, it doesn't really help in selling it being a sequel rather than its own thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like saying, in this world, gravity is this, but in this world, gravity is that. But they're related. It's the same gravity, but they're just different. And it's such like a fundamental of the universe that it's like, how do you plan to incorporate this in a way that it's not extremely contradictory or raising unnecessary questions?
I can tell you how. They're gonna look at the whole world, everything they've worked so hard to make, and they're gonna go, "It worked."
oh boy. But I guess part of my other problem is that I'm coming off the heels. I'm playing this immediately after 100% completing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, right?
Sure.
A game that is very well put to, like, we're comparing day one to day one, JRPG to JRPG, and it's hard for me to sit here and say that the game was made with the same love and care that Infinite Wealth was made when I spent $30 less on it. But that's also my fault because my dumbass decided, oh yeah, I'll buy the deluxe version. What's the worst that could happen?
I'll make
on that one.
I'll make the same joke to you, Spencer, that I've been making to Aaron virtually nonstop at this point. And it goes along something to the effect of, for a game called Final Fantasy, there sure are like 30
Oh
of them.
my god.
Yup.
Is that your only rebuttal?
Well, like, that's the other thing. Speaking of Final Fantasy, not even like a year ago, I was playing Final Fantasy 16.
Sure.
I didn't have anywhere near the bugs or issues with 16 that I have with 7 Remake.
Mm-hmm. All I really actually honestly know about the Final Fantasy series is some of the food that they had on offer ended up in my Eat or Yeet stream.
Oh, yeah. God, that was years ago.
Yeah. People may be shocked I have nothing else to say in regards to that stream. That was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
What always gets me is the fact that the great food debate was just as forever ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't done like a big conversation, like discussion type stream in a while.
Yeah, I feel bad about that one.
Yeah.
I miss them.
I-
They were fun.
I miss them too. I figure they happen when they happen. I'm pretty...
Yeah, I feel like they had such a natural flow, like earlier ones. The ones that had a more natural flow just went so well, you know?
Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
Aaron?
huh?
Oh,
He's-
you it
He's
sounded like you were
killing a
gonna say
zombie.
something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I will say though, on that topic, that we probably just need to like pick something and do it.
Yeah. Because I think when we try to plan it out is when we shoot ourselves in the foot, so to speak.
right. It's when we pick a topic and kind of just throw a list of people together
Movie.
or a list of things together that I feel like it comes out the best instead of just being like, oh, we're gonna research, we're gonna blah 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 blah.
The research is good. It's just getting everybody to do the research with all the other stuff that we have in our lives.
Right.
Which, speaking of, did I have I told you my my goal, Spencer?
Oh, you've told me a few goals, but which specific one are you referring to?
Too much life. That's right.
There is a lot of life. So I have now 66 days to finish the Outer Wilds video.
Oh, you put a time limit on that?
I did.
Oh,
It's the
Well, good luck.
anniversary of the game.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I see what you're doing there. Well, because you've been working on it for how long now?
2 years.
Which I mean, fair. I understand. You know the delay.
Yes.
You've put a immense amount of work into it, so. Well, from
Okay.
the last update you showed me, I remember it looking very promising. So.
Well, is this the part where I tell you I started from basically scratch?
What?
Okay, so a couple things happened. You've just been so busy, man. We haven't been able to talk.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
whole
Like
job
I've
switching
been
thing
fucking
and-
busy too. I'm equally to blame,
Life sucks.
right? Let's just game end in Minecraft. Can't finish out the straight face. No, man. So I got a RTX 3060
Oh damn.
that they had on sale because I guess somebody opened the package, but it wasn't what they thought it was.
Hmm.
And so they returned it, and Best Buy was like, we can't sell this at full price, but like,
Because it's
you know,
right.
you as the consumer, you have to like understand that there is an inherent risk with purchasing this.
That it
And-
may not function as intended. Yeah.
Right. But part of the impetus for this, and for me even looking, was I was doing a little more research into why my computer was like going so fucking slow on these renders.
Hmm.
And I kept seeing people talk about like, oh, use your graphics card, use your graphics card, use your graphics card. And I'm like, I have a pretty powerful graphics card.
Oh no.
Like,
oh
why,
no.
like, why
I
on
know where
earth
this is going.
is it not working? And
You didn't know you have to set specific programs to run through your graphics card, did you?
no, it's even worse.
Oh no.
It's even worse because the drivers and the specific software that that this program I use requires, it only works with NVIDIA graphics drivers, not AMD ones.
Oh, no.
Which is why I was on the market for a graphics card.
So it wasn't necessarily that you had a bad graphics card, it's just your software didn't work with it.
Just the wrong one.
Correct. So I got the new one in there.
You're just a modern day Bad Luck Brian, dude.
So I did a test render on the Cybertruck, because I made that stainless steel video as a way to test the new graphics card.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I made that Cybertruck and I rendered it on the old graphics card, and then took the computer apart, put the new one in, replaced some of the fans. Nice.
Right.
Did all the good things. So I will tell you how long that render took before I replaced the graphics card, where it was just using my CPU. It took almost 8 minutes to render just like 1,000-piece image, right?
Right.
Do you want to take a stab at how long it took with the new graphics card?
5 minutes.
35 seconds.
Jesus.
So, yeah. Needless to say, I was looking at that and going, huh. And then what actually kind of started this whole insanity, for lack of a better term, was I was having a conversation with Aaron, talking about how, like, I'm working on the Outer Wilds animation, and, like, these earlier scenes, now that I know more about animation, I can see what kind of, like, mistakes I made. I can see, where I did things wrong, and...
You outgrew the pace of your video coming out.
I did. You could literally see, like, the quality difference. Ew. Between the opening scene and the,
Right.
Sorry, I was waiting on that, like, is it gonna go off? Because Aaron's just staring at the wall, so close that this grenade would 100% kill him.
Well, I don't want to leave because I don't want the grenade to, despawn, and I have to, kill him again.
He just swallows it.
But I also, want to be as far away as possible, so I'm, nestling myself into the corner.
Right. It was just really funny.
But you can never leave.
So what are you going to do with the old footage? Are you just going to toss it, or are you going to save it for a rainy day to laugh at?
I haven't tossed it. I'm still using it to reference where we were at, but when I started this, because that was the other thing, I had that conversation with Aaron, like, okay, this is my primer. This is my, this is the thing. I want to start the animation over. I want to go back and fix those earlier scenes and apply what I've learned about animation.
Right.
And then I was sitting in bed doing my thing. And it occurred to me, wait, Outer Wilds was released in 2019, so this year will be the 5-year anniversary.
Right.
Fast zombies.
Nice. So this will be the 5-year anniversary. This will be the, you know, like this will be a big one, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Viciously scribbles, big one is relative to the Soviet Union. Got it.
Got
Is
it.
this going to be on the test?
Probably.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about it, like, well, you know, when did Outer Wilds release? Because if it was like August or October, like sometime then yeah, this is totally doable. So I looked it up. And it turns out May 18th of 2019
And that's when
is
Kodiak
when it
knew.
released.
He fucked up.
Well, here's the thing. I am bad at math. I am historically awful at math. So I broke out a calculator. And I had a rough estimate for how many frames I needed. I didn't have an exact count. But I had a ballpark. And I took my most pessimistic version of that ballpark and I applied the number of days remaining.
Right.
And it came out to about 200 frames a day.
Jesus.
And you know what I thought to myself?
That's doable?
Yeah, more or less.
But since you're bad at math, don't you want to do a little bit more frames each day so that way even if you are under it, or if your guesstimate is under, you still have the time to, you know, hopefully course correct any mistakes made?
So let me answer that question with some of my math.
Okay.
Because there is one scene in the intro where Kodiak is talking directly to Thomas the Tank Spider, and Thomas is talking back. Neither of their mouths are moving. There's nothing else going on in the scene. It's just a reverse shot. Hopefully, unlike the aforementioned Nostalgia Critic, I can actually figure out how to white balance the camera in the program. But it's just that reverse shot of the two characters talking to each other. That whole sequence comes out to... Let me look at my notes here. That is about 728 frames of just them talking. Realistically, I only need to render a cycle of like 10-ish images of each. So for me, putting in 10, 20 frames of work, I get almost 800 frames out of that.
Okay.
So, yeah, and the thing is, I've kept more or less, on track. I fell a little behind last night, two reasons. A, I was fucking exhausted. Work was a shit show. And B, I had an idea that required me to build a Lego X-Wing.
Right.
Which I finished earlier in the stream and have been, during our conversation, setting up the nenext scene. Because if I wasn't working on this, I think Aaron and I might have done Sons of the Forest tonight.
Yeah. It definitely would have been Sons of the Forest's turn,
Yeah.
were that not the case.
But with me working on this project, my free time has gone to virtually none.
Hmm.
Well, that makes sense. Because now you're on a very strict time limit and you only have so long.
Right. The other thing that I have to keep in mind, because by my last, hell, let me break out the calculator and see where we're at. Because I remember the last time I did an estimate, we were still sitting at about 200-ish frames per day. So I'm on track. But that was, I calculated that yesterday. Come on, calculator, you can do it. Okay. Come on, video editor, you can do it. Thank you, Windows. I know it's not responding. Come on, you can do it. While this is loading, I'll talk about the other thing that I did, and I was driving back from St. George, which, for anyone who doesn't know, is like a 4.5-hour drive on a good day. And I was thinking about the animation, and the scene that I was working my way up towards was the one where Thomas the Tank Spider gets revealed. And
Okay.
in the old animation, one of the things I wanted to fix was Thomas's run cycle has some kind of weird visual glitches. There's some stuff where I was thinking to myself, like, okay, maybe only I'll notice this. But I was showing what I had to one of my Lego buddies, and he pointed them out, and that was enough for me to be like, fuck, I've got to fix those.
Right.
And I had two ideas. One was practical minded, but would just be a shitload of work. Like, I would probably still days later be working on it. And in hindsight, I'm glad I went with the less practical, much more hilarious option. Because that first option was I sit down, I watch a bunch of videos of spiders like running around and doing their thing.
Right.
And actually try to like model Thomas to look like an actual spider running along.
Mm.
Option 2, I make his run cycle 3 frames. And I went with the second option as like a test. And I decided if it didn't look good, I would take the time to sit down and do the first option, right?
Right.
It looks fucking amazing and hilarious and terrifying.
Well, color me excited.
Well, I have a sample of it set aside, so I'm just gonna drop it in the fucking general. Why not?
Oh, damn.
I will inflict whatever poor bastard happens to be online.
You can't do anything worse than the shit that I have caused. I've brought attention into the world of the Game Boy Dentist peripheral. Unwillingly to so many people.
Yeah, go ahead and peek. That 10-second sample.
Oh god. Oh god. I love it. 10 out of 10. I will be. If this does not appear in the video, it better go down in the wiki as lost Kodiak the Brick media.
Oh, bitch! You'd better believe it is already in the video.
Are you gonna do a blooper reel?
So you and Margaret both. You and Margaret goddamn both.
Hi.
Hi.
I mean,
So
can you blame her?
Here is 49 seconds worth of the animation that's coming through now. I have not rendered the sky yet, so keep in mind that is missing. But that's literally just a PNG that I need to inlay. It shouldn't take long. All right, math time. We are at... All right, so as of right this second, we are at 1,412 frames done. By my calculations, I need just shy of 15,000. So we are almost 10% of the way through.
Spencer, are you different now?
Sorry, I'm watching the thing. Give me a second. What's the flickering?
So,
I'm noticing
I
some
have-
things are like flickering.
yeah, I'm using a new custom lighting method, and it does cause that flickering. I am
Okay.
unsure of how to fix it, and given that Thomas is running around, I'm just gonna call it a regular lighting glitch.
Okay. Fair enough. Anyways, have I changed it now? Is that what you said, Aaron?
Are you different now?
After watching that? Yeah. That gif will live rent-free in my head till the end of time.
If Aaron, not to derail stream any more than I already do, if you wanted to play it for the lovely chat members.
Which one?
Just the 10 seconds of Thomas running.
Let's see if I can convince OBS to do that for me.
It's always convince OBS this, convince OBS that.
Yes, but it'll be cataloged on stream. Everyone will see it. There you go.
Impeccable.
Show him later.
But other than the flickering, I do notice that there is a definitely an uptick in the the animation seems more fluid,
Yes.
which I think is what you're shooting for. But I think I
Yes.
can definitely see a very clear upgrade. So yeah, good job on that.
Yeah, so I will say the new lighting method I have used, it's a little brute force, if I'm honest.
Mm.
But generally speaking, you know, what is Kodiak if not generally brute force?
I just thinking about that video I sent you earlier of the fucking two dudes in animal costumes and the bear smacks the other guy.
That was pretty good.
It's such a fitting you moment.
Yeah. That is some shit I would do.
Also, you should be proud of yourself. Now, whenever I see bear anything, I think of you.
Well, we have established in the lore TM that I more or less how do we put it again?
You are every bear in every video
that's right.
game.
I am every bear in every video game. I think I have started expanding that joke to any like video of bears out in the wild as well. The Italian guy I work with, he sent me a reel of like some guys in Alaska scaring a bear off. And all I responded to him with was like, they were scary, man. Like, they got all big. I just wanted to say hi. Like, I don't know what their problem was.
I think it's funny because the first time that ever really that thought ever occurred to me was when back in like 2015 when I was playing the Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
And I was telling you about the time I tried to see a bear and the bear fucked me up hardcore.
As you do.
You said what? God, what was it? You said something that had me busting up at the time. It was just so fitting. It was like something like, yeah, fucking that's what happens when you try to fucking come at me. There's something along those lines.
I think that might have been where the joke started in my mind.
Really?
I think so.
I love that I'm part of that.
These guys are fucking annoying.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, Dave has indirectly set a time limit for me as well.
Of how long you have to beat the game?
I'm trying to finish the Ninja Gaiden video before the Outer Wilds video comes out.
You're pretty far into the Ninja Gaiden video though, aren't you?
You poor motherfucker. I am so sorry.
I am on episode 5 now, which is over halfway because there are 9 episodes.
Okay.
So
you're a little more than halfway.
Yeah.
That's not bad. You can do it.
I just need to do it. It's not that hard.
Sure.
I'm just dumb and can't focus on anything.
I get you. No, I love that I finished my biped video, and I was like, yeah, I had such a fun time making this. I want to do more videos. Here we are. I played the 5th. I will not comment.
Yeah, I get how it goes.
Well, it was around that time that life just started fucking crumbling around me, to the point where I was like, I'm too stressed to do anything, and that's why I don't stream. Because I think about it and I'm like, I don't want to. I just want to sit in a dark room and play video games like I'm doing right now.
Mhm.
And I don't want to have to worry about saying things or being entertaining or drinking water every 10 goddamn seconds.
Have you had water?
Rebecca, I want you to know, Spencer,
you
I
in
was
a
this
garden.
close to sending you an email reminder.
Oh my
I think
No
you
more
did.
following. Just stay with me, kid.
You should have. It would have been funny.
That's my plan, sir.
I'm glad you think so, because I talked myself out of it with like, no, that might be too far.
No, like it was getting me worked up at the time, yeah, but it was still like in retrospect, it was fucking hilarious.
we were
That was a
having
lot
so
of why
much
I
fun.
Oh my god, dude, I cannot describe to you the glee I felt in leaving you a voicemail.
Yeah, thank you, Ash.
Oh, I just remember like you being like calling me, and I was like, "You're in my chat. You know I'm busy."
Wesker.
And then I was
Yes,
like, "Oh, you left
yes,
me
I
a
did.
voicemail,"
Chris,
and I was like, "What does
of
this say?"
course you are one of
And then
them,
I just remember, like, really, fucking really.
Since when,
Ain't,
Wesker?
ain't I a stinker?
I'm afraid I don't
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
Since when have they been slipping you a paycheck?
I think you're a bit confused.
Oh, it was such a good moment, though.
I've always been with
Yeah.
Umbrella.
Oh, I
And
have not had to
stars
pee that
were
bad
umbrellas.
long time too.
Rather,
Like midway through the
my
stream, I'm like, oh,
little
I have to
piggies.
pee so badly
The
right
tyrant
now.
virus leaked, polluting this whole place.
And you can't really
Unfortunately, I
pause
had to give up my lovely
Fucking
members of
hell
Stars.
divers. So it's just
Sure.
like, well,
You
this is my
killed
life.
them with your
I
own
need
dirty
to
hands.
wait till
You
the round is
son
over
of a
before I
bitch.
can run to the bathroom because I'm
Oh yes, dear.
filled to the brim
Just
of
like
water.
This.
Rebecca!
Don't move.
You.
I don't think you want to die just yet. I have something that's of some interest to you.
Swear I have PTSD of that redeem now.
Okay. Speaking of deadlines,
Yeah. Don't give me one, I'll kill you.
no. This is for me. Is
Might get a
there
little loud.
is there a time
Ultimate
that
life
we can schedule
tyrant.
to do the stream where we feed
You've become
Kodiak real and fake
You'll never understand.
anime descriptions?
Magnificent.
I think I have a list of some worked through things. It was for kind of like, because the idea has evolved. At one point it was, is it a hentai or not? But I can rework that
Come on,
list.
test tube freak.
It was about like halfway done. But yeah, I mean, I can rework that list in like a
'Cause-
day or so.
If you give me a day that we can do that stream, I can make sure to write some fake anime plots to use.
We could do next weekend. Because this weekend is not going to be a good one for me.
Sure.
But next weekend I will definitely have the time.
Because we were thinking of doing, like, I designed planes in Kerbal Space Program while we.
Go poop.
I'm fine.
I'm talking to my dog.
Shit'll be back, I guess.
Go poo.
Bye.
But no, I think that'd be fun. He's making Kerbal Plains while we are assaulting his senses, his ears.
Yeah, well,
but
we're
it-
supposed to give him like unreasonable like plane specifications.
I guess it's your turn, Aaron.
Well, stop spinning in circles. Go on, go poo. Don't spin in circles. Go to the bathroom.
You are shitting yourself.
Here we go. Fine.
But yeah, what I oftentimes need is just a deadline that I need to have something done by to remind me that I need to do it.
Sure. Yeah, we can plan next Sunday.
I was gonna
probably work best.
add, if we are thinking of doing that, it may be worth potentially having, because I got the El Gato set up.
The cat or the video capturing device.
Yes, I plugged an HDMI into Licorice, and now I can stream.
Cats are getting more and more resourceful each day.
No, but maybe rather than having me have to build planes to crazy specifications, what if, and hear me out here, what if we did that second Ace Combat 6 challenge with just the A10?
Oh,
That could work.
I mean, I'm still not, like, I would still like to do the Kerbal Space Program challenge thing. I just don't know, like, if all of my mods are up to date.
uh-huh.
And
That's-
taking time for that while,
We'll try to get this project done. Yeah.
yeah.
And that's something the Ace Combat Challenge is one that we've been wanting to do for a while. So, yeah, that would work.
I mean, I've even had, like, recent comments on the Ace Combat 7 video that have asked when I'm doing the other ones, and I just have to be like, it's in the pipeline, I'm sorry. Like,
It'll happen when it happens.
I am working on it.
Not me shipping off a PS2 and a copy of Snoopy versus the Red Baron to make you do that.
But,
I love that video
would-
has caused so much unnecessary just confusion and upsetment.
Oh, the fucking loading one? It is easily my most infuriating video to watch. Because we'll get started talking about something interesting, and then like the loading scene will end, and it'll just cut to the next one. And like
Should've been
something happened in the level that had us all fucking heated, but
Should have been there.
Yeah.
the one I love is the mission. It was like the third mission too, where the difficulty just gets cranked up to 11 for no fucking reason.
Yeah. I never beat that game as a child. I didn't.
Yeah. We tried, man, but the fucking it kept glitching and kept hard resetting for us.
Yeah, I need to get that resurfaced.
No worries. We ended
That's
up
what I would like
switching.
to return to someday,
Sure.
but God knows when that'll happen.
Well, and I remember like that was what led us to playing Fur Fighters.
Right. Still need to thank Ivan for that one. If it wasn't for Ivan, I never would have known about that game's existence, because he was like, yo, dude, this game is bad. And I was like, what do you mean bad? And he's like, it's bad. And I was like, okay, like entertaining bad? And he's like, oh, it's entertaining, all right. I was like, all right, let's pick it up and save it for a rainy day.
Yeah, fair enough.
I just remember making Austin play that game and just the like absolute immediate like he didn't even want to like he's like I don't like where this is going. I don't want to continue this.
I don't want this. I never wanted this.
That was pretty much exactly fucking Austin's like whole attitude about that.
It was fucking hilarious, honestly.
Yeah.
Because like I don't even think he finished the tutorial before he was like, no, never again. Don't ever put this in my hands.
He just handed the controller off. He's like, I'm fucking done.
Oh.
I thought he was gonna have like a Dougal level meltdown.
Right.
But no, he he held his composure better than that.
You could see it in his face though, which made me really regret not having a face cam on him. Just the absolute disappointment and sheer like he just encapsulated the emotions so well of just like, oh no, like you know what he was in for, and he regretted every second of it.
Yes.
But are we planning a soft meet in person stream for the anime / Ace Combat thing next Sunday? Is that the plan that I'm hearing?
I'd be down, yeah.
Okay. I just know how hard it is for us all to get together.
Yeah.
As is being an adult.
I am excited though, if we do, because I'm gonna be making the fucking chicken and bacon tortellini for you guys.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
That sounds amazing.
I'm gonna marry him about it.
Says my wife.
Like there was another game I recently picked up that I wanted to do a stream with that was just not good. I want more, honestly, I want more games like Biped to play with you guys. It was so just insanity. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah.
It was something special.
No.
You know,
It was
never has a
certainly
game made me
something.
think about what fuzzy pickles are and what they consist of. But the more I think about it, the more disturbing it is. Is it a moldy pickle? What constitutes a fuzzy pickle?
Spencer, why are you asking me this?
I don't know. Endless food debate part 2.
What is a moldy pickle? I think it's a pickle covered in mold. Is it that simple though? And cue the next 7 hours of debate.
Screaming, crying, and yelling.
Does it cut through the window, or does it go under it?
I still love that that is my most watched fucking clip. is people seeing me call out Austin as an absolute idiot.
Oh yeah, things get wild when Overcooked comes out.
Why are you fighting these enemies?
Why did you throw it in the ocean? I didn't mean to. Look who it is.
Jill.
Chris, Wesker's the.
Hey! God, I realized that on Monday's stream, I just
Just wait, I'll be back.
inexplicably gave him
Okay.
a Homestar Runner voice.
Mm-hmm.
Had the opportunity to revisit that in this stream and just completely fucking forgot that that's what I did.
Well, we were a little distracted by our special guest.
Special guest.
You can
How does it
act.
feel being a special guest?
Where are the two of them? Don't you give me nighttime stuffiness.
Well, everyone, that's our special guest.
Nighttime stuffiness.
Something to that effect.
You can act as Homestar Chris when I get to the Wesker cutscene again.
Croissant, guys. You know what I want to get?
Tell me.
I'm gonna get a theremin.
Yes. Everyone in your neighborhood will love if you get a theremin.
I mean, seriously, name one musical anything that would not vastly improve with the involvement of a theremin. Can't, see?
Are you guys fucking with me?
About the theremin? No, I love theremins.
Theremins are great.
They make me think of Hannibal
What?
Lecter.
What are you? Are you specious against theremins?
Oh!
Did you
I
just
had
not
no
know what
idea.
a theremin was?
No, I had no fucking. I thought you guys, like, were coming up with some Dr. Seuss ass like, shit to throw at me, and I'm just like, God damn, I don't know enough about this bit. Like, yeah, Kodiak, everyone needs a Thneed, and I'm just like, what are you fucking on about?
Oh my God.
Yeah, no fucking clue what a theremin was.
This is one of those moments where I gotta go back and clip from the stream because it's gonna be one of the best. It's peak peak us moment right there. That's the true conspiracy. Kodiak doesn't believe in Theramin's existence.
Are you
It's a
guys
government
fucking
psyop.
with me? No. We just
Literally one of the most popular movie soundtracks ever. Harry Potter includes the theremin. KodiakBrick, nah, bro, you fucking with me.
a lot of like really like classic old movie soundtracks had the theremin.
Or used for like a lot of the spooky noises.
Yeah, once I read the description, I was like, oh, okay, this is actually a thing, not you two take... Like, God, if this is the level of gaslighting you fuckers are able to hit me with during the anime plot stream, like, I'm fucked.
You're in for a
I'm
doozy,
never
my
gonna
friend.
guess.
We weren't even
Never gonna
trying.
fucking- Yeah, I know. That was the other side of it. It was so natural. I'm just like, what in the fuck?
We're just gonna be like, oh, I love that anime. Oh, sorry, I guess that gives it away. And then it's gonna be one of the made up ones.
Well, no, you two are gonna go on like a riffing thing with like, oh, wasn't that with the one voice actor who did the thing and then like went insane and like stabbed his girlfriend? And Aaron will be like, yeah, that was fucking crazy. He was also
You don't
in...
want to say that because I know plenty of Japanese pop stars that have done wildly worse things.
Sure. I'm just picking an example off the cuff.
Right. I could say fucking
Brackets, Kodiak does not endorse stabbing your or anyone else's girlfriend. Secondary bracket, just don't stab people.
Chris,
Listen.
Rebecca!
I saw you in the inner garden.
says the man with the murder mitts.
I finally caught up.
True.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, the hardest
You're
part
just-
about working on the Outer Wilds
No more
animation
fun.
is that I have to do the entire fucking thing while wearing my bare
That's my
gloves.
plan, sir.
Oh.
Also, did she just call him a sir?
Yes.
What a simp.
I think that by that she means Chris is her commanding officer.
No. It's not a real thing.
God damn your beams with nighttime stuffiness.
Spencer, what are you playing?
Earthbound.
Wesker.
Oh, that explains it.
So you've come.
Dave,
You make me proud.
Yes.
But of course you
Be
are.
Chris.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Since when, Wesker?
I'm
Since
afraid I don't
when,
know what you're
Wesker?
talking about.
Since when have they been slipping you a paycheck?
Since when have they been slipping you a pie track?
I think you're a bit confused. I've always been with Umbrella. And stars were umbrellas. No, rather,
Oh no.
my little piggies. The tyrant virus leaked, polluting this whole place, and unfortunately, I had to give up my lovely members of Stars.
You killed them with your own dirty hands.
You killed them with your own dirty hands,
Oh, yes, dear.
son of a bitch.
Just like
Rebecca!
Don't move.
You.
Listening
I
to.
don't think you want to die just yet. I have something that's of some interest to you.
Okay, Kodiak gun talk for a moment to break the Chris voice. Putting a gun in somebody's face is an excellent way to get your finger broken and the gun taken away from you. Just saying.
The ultimate life form.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
God damn it! I was just about to say the same fucking.
Wesker, you've become senile.
Wesker,
Chris,
you've become
you'll never
senile.
It's magnificent.
They're right there. The owlies are right there.
He's gonna piss on it all, Chris.
Come on, you test tube freak.
Come on, you test tube freak.
Ow, ow. Okay.
Wow, that was it?
That was it.
God damn.
All right. It's just a bullet.
Rebecca,
Yeah, you know, you shrug those off all the
it's a
time.
good thing you were wearing your bulletproof vest.
Yeah,
There's nothing left for us.
fair
Shut the-
point.
Let's get moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris, you realize I still have several broken ribs, yes?
I mean, broken ribs or not, we got places to be. Hmm. Weird.
Yeah.
I thought that we would definitely find the key to the cage Jill is locked in.
Better hurry before she becomes a Jill sandwich.
It's Jill sandwich.
Chris?
What is it?
I found a file in the lab. Apparently, there's still a lot of tyrant virus here. We should blow this whole place up.
Right. The show must go on. I'll leave that up to you, Rebecca.
I'm on it. I'll start the self-destruct system I found a little while ago.
It's not like we're out of this yet. I'll see you on the outside.
Outside.
I don't remember if I ever told that story.
What story?
Me and Ash were playing Overcooked, and there were some little owls on one level, and she tried really hard to gaslight me that there were no owls and she couldn't see them. And I'm like, look at the owlies. And she's like, what owlies? And I'm like, they're right there.
They're right there.
And she's like, I don't see them.
I'm not sure if we want to try to hit a stopping point soon here, because
The stopping point that you're looking for is called the end of the game.
oh,
Because, like, if we stop now, we will have, like, a 10-minute stream on our hands next time.
sure. In that case, let me make some tea or some. I'll be right back.
Well, who do you think he's gonna start beef with? I was like, was that bad of a joke? Damn. I got a cookie. Oh, so I think I figured out what I'm gonna do for my next stream, Aaron.
Yeah?
Or at least a stream down the line. I ordered
Jill,
a
sorry I made you wait.
I knew you'd come.
Let's get out of here.
Metal Gear Rex little model. So I
Uh-huh.
think I'm gonna take a note out of Kodiak's book and do like a model building thing on the stream.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Let's get going!
God damn these fucking cultists.
This is Brad. Running out of fuel. This is our last chance. If there's anyone alive, give me a sign.
It's weird to think that getting painted could be considered like someone brushing your arm with a paintbrush and painting you the color blue could cause physical damage. Oh my god, quit calling for help! Oh my god.
3 minutes to detonation.
The self-destruct system's activated.
Good work.
Yeah,
Brian's up
we
in the
can
helicopter.
tell, Rebecca.
These
we
things are coming.
we can tell.
I'll take care of them.
But
Chris, you just get in contact with Brad somehow.
okay.
Take the signal rockets.
I love when games are mistranslated with bad grammar. Like, I think my favorite line that is constantly used that is poor translation is whenever you eat something that fills up, eat something or heal yourself and it maxes out your health, it'll say, like, Ness's HP are maxed out.
Alright, what a mess.
Everything.
All the things.
We set the self-destruct.
Cool.
And we got Jill. And now we just need...
Oh, cool. We're not just leaving her behind.
We just need to signal Brad to come get us. And then you get to see the ending where we actually blow up the facility.
So, what's the T?
The T, sis, I picked a toasted coconut and almond.
You okay?
That bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Whoa. Uh-oh.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
Jesus!
Ugh, I can't see. Fuck.
No more crows.
Well... Ooh.
Well, so it goes.
okay, I know where we are now. We're not actually that far back.
Chris!
Rebecca!
Yes, Rebecca is here.
Rebecca is the prettiest girl in all Brooklyn.
All I'm thinking of is that Vine. It wasn't me. I didn't do Rebecca. I won't hesitate, bitch.
God. Classic.
I was a little bit worried when you said that Vine.
What? Not all vines were like horribly offensive.
No, but they are all ancient now.
That is true. Thanks for reminding me that I'm almost 3 decades old, Aaron.
Oh, I had one yesterday that's still fucking with me. I was running wire for a new ATM. And one of the tellers, she was talking about how, like, oh yeah, I grew up with Skyrim. And I had to, like, hold up my hand and be like, hang on. I need to recover after you just delivered that. Oh, okay. Like,
we're all old now, Ash says.
yeah. I don't know. I wasn't ready to think that there are people in the workforce who grew up like their childhood game was Skyrim.
11.
Right.
Do you ever wonder where that kid who got named Dovahkiin is now?
Probably like dead.
Oh god, you killed Aaron.
What is it?
I think the kid named Dovahkiin, like, definitely had a YOLO mentality. And y'all ever notice how we don't really hear or see anyone screaming YOLO anymore? Almost like they all died off or something. Isn't tight?
How do you know about the character of the Dovahkiin child? Because I'm talking about the people who got a free copy of Skyrim by naming their baby child Dovahkiin.
I mean, the statement stands. I don't know what you want. And Dovahkiin kid or parents of Dovahkiin, like, this is
what
an
if it's a girl and
actionable...
she's a Dova queen?
God damn it. God damn it.
Fuck me.
I was about to finish and say that these are, like, actionable threats. But I realized I didn't make any threats. I just simply stated that there was a likelihood that the human child named Dovahkiin is probably dead.
Do you remember when Game of Thrones was really popular and people named their kids Khaleesi?
Yep.
I love the defeated yup. Like, yeah.
Some of those kids go to the school that I work at now.
Are you shitting me?
No, I'm not shitting you.
They must be bullied relentlessly.
There is at least one girl in my school that is named Khaleesi.
I definitely wonder if you would be able to get like a lawsuit against your parents for shit like that. You think? Yeah.
Jill, sorry I made you wait.
Because I know
I knew you'd come.
Let's get out of here.
I know the bullshit where like you know, you like film your kid and like post them online, you know, as they get older, you know, there is grounds that they can bring a lawsuit against you as they may not have like wanted to be a viral child, right?
Right.
But I definitely wonder if being named after a pop culture reference is like grounds to sue, if for no other like repercussion.
Every
than
kid
to
named
have
Christian about to fucking learn today. I'm sorry, that was a bit of a spicy take.
No, I mean, I love that the implication there is that you're going after CWC. However, the much funnier connotation is just like the whole of Christianity just like tugging at its collar.
I mean, like, here's the thing, because names from pop culture have always kind of been a thing.
Sure.
I was named after an actor. Do we really need to discuss the origins of your name, Dave?
I mean, how I got my first name is an interesting story, if nothing else.
I haven't heard the story, but you get what I was getting.
Yeah.
But now I'm curious. Let's hear the story.
So, my first name was decided over a dart game between my mom and my dad.
Dart game?
Yeah, like you have the dart board and you throw the darts at it.
Right. Yeah. I'm just making sure I heard you properly.
Yeah. No, my folks were pool sharks, and I guess still are to a degree.
I'm not surprised.
But they were absolute dart sharpshooters as well. Thanks, Brad.
Okay.
Wasn't there a bunch of like medical supplies and shit back there?
What about you, Aaron?
I can't carry them,
Aaron?
so.
Fair.
As far as I know, I'm named Aaron because Aaron sounds nice. They thought.
Oh. Okay.
So, my mom wanted to name me Davy, or David. And do you want to know what my dad wanted to name me?
What?
My first name, if my dad had won that dart game, would have been Carlitos Lobos Garcia III.
It's so on brand.
Oh god.
I like how your first name would have been like its own like full name.
Yeah, and then I would have had a middle name stapled on top of that, because I have a godfather.
All right.
God damn! Fucking showed her ass. Shit.
Now I'm realizing that being named after a popular actor in the 1950s wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
It could have been Carlitos Lobo
Garcia III.
Yeah. Who is the first and second? Is there a story, or is this just another one of your dad's shenanigans?
Undetermined.
Oh,
Have you
shit.
just never asked?
Not expressly.
Fair enough.
Well, I don't know if she was supposed to survive, but...
Ow.
Bonk.
Well... Okay, fine.
Use
Oh,
it. Kill it, whatever it is.
thank you, Brad. I wish you'd done that earlier.
Will you take the M202 flash? I'm sorry, I just can't get over that you fucking point blanked. I like that he just stood and took it that time.
You just wanted to be your friend, and you exploded him.
Yeah, that sure is an explosion animation. Rebecca's dead.
Yeah. So, the canon ending, Rebecca definitely survives, but I don't care enough to go back and make sure that she lives.
Sure.
We've been on this one for a while. I don't particularly know what I'm supposed to do about it, so...
Fair enough, shit. Oh.
Congratulations, you won.
Getting all fuggy. You did it. You saved Gotham.
Cue the Zelda CDI Link thing. I won.
I won.
I guess that's worth a kiss, huh?
As the animated Link said, "Oh boy, smooching time."
Also, I have the cursed knowledge, which is knowing the frame rate that the Sega or fucking Philips CDI runs at. So, knowing that I could have blessed / cursed / blurst this fucking world with the Outer Wilds animation that looks like that old school Zelda CDI animation style.
Oh no.
Chris, you did a fine job.
Thanks. Invisible enemy mode.
Good luck. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Really? It's just there now?
I guess.
Oh, I hate this.
Okay.
Dave, I'm gonna ruin the rest of your night.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna ruin everyone's night. I'm putting it in the Discord.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. I've seen this, but that's gold.
Seen this?
Yeah. Bro, homie, home slice bread slice dog. I am the creator of Thomas the Tank Spider, the Lego version, TM. You think that people don't see that and go, oh, you're clearly the sort of mind that wants to see other cursed Thomas the Tank Engine.
Right. Fair. Make a valid point. Well, there. Now it's there to ruin everyone else's night.
Yeah, I'm looking at like Ryder Roney or fucking IB in the Discord who are online right now. Just, what are they thinking? What are they seeing the shit we're posting? Just like, what the fuck is going on in that stream room?
All right.
Well, Aaron, thanks for having us.
Yep. I guess that'll be it for the stream. Next time, we'll see, because we gotta think about it.
Yeah, we'll give it some thought, give it some time.
Hey everybody, this is just a little bit of bonus content for anyone who stayed this long. I wanted to let my co-hosts get some rest, but I knew that I could beat the game and have Rebecca not die, so I just went and did that on my own. So here's that.
Chris, use it! Kill it, whatever it is!